I know you're listening. You're going down. You paraded around and put on this facade and act like you were black, and you're not black. You are a racist non-black who enjoys attempting to ruin the lives of black people who are trying to do positive things for their community. That's what you are. But you know what, bitch? Your days are near over. I don't give a damn how much fucking money I gotta spend to put your ass away. I don't give a shit. This is now a priority on my fucking list. I don't give a fuck if I gotta take off a day. I don't give a fuck if I gotta fly to California to make this shit happen. By the way, I love San Diego, by the way. I don't give a fuck what I gotta do. If I gotta do some shit, if I gotta do some shit to make this happen, it's going to fucking happen. And I'm gonna say to the sector, the Godfather said we need to be on one accord on this shit. We need to be on one accord. We need to be like, this needs to be Project Get Her Ass Out the Sector.
Anti-Afros, Bengalis. Just wanted to let you hear a little bit before I cut in here. I'm going to reveal the date in just a second. But what you're about to hear are two subjects from that Umar Johnsonn sector who really are just dead set. And I don't pull any punches when I use the word dead. Dead set on getting me Las Vegas Bellagio'd up out of here. Dumpsey D.Derell and Carrie Ann. And Carrie Ann even went and tried to get some brothers hired for the job. Dumpsey, he's talking about coming and doing it himself. So as far as folks running around saying, oh, this applies to you know who in the sector, listen, you're not putting any fear in me. But there is a safety element in this whole scenario. But I wanted us to go back in time and show you the reaction that both of these subjects have. Dumpsey D.Derell and Carrie Ann. They set out with a plan. They think they're going to be able to successfully denigrate and ruin somebody's reputation, and it blows up in their face. And what do? They turn around and try to blame their targets for doing what they failed to do. It's their own doing. It's their own behavior. But you're going to see the date pop up on the screen. You're going to hear some very interesting comments. But I want to come back and talk about this attempt to Bellagio, Las Vegas, AAS. As you recall, the recent shooting, if you don't know about it, I'll put an article down below the title. But they've been trying to do that to me for the longest. As I stated, there is a safety plan element with respect to what both of these subjects are saying, and I'm going to address that. But I want to let you hear their comments. Quite interesting. So sit back and listen to the remaining comments, and I'll return for the commentary.
And we need to not fuck around with people that's still praising and fucking with her. And I know there are a couple of people that I know that love to clown around and say AAS and this and that and shit. My boy Propane, I'm going to tell you the Propane, Oakland, you my boy, you my godson and all. But if you fucking with her, I can't fuck with you. I'm just letting you know that now. I know she be fucking around in your chat and shit. I love you to death. You're one of my favorite content creators in this sector. I'm not trying to tell nobody, no grown-ass person, what they should and should not be doing. But if that bitch is in your chat and you keying and he-heeing with her, I can't fuck with you. Ain't no offense with you. I still like you. If I see you somewhere else, I'll fuck with you. I'll still play with you and chat and joke and shit. But I just won't joke with you on your platform. That's me. I'm not telling other people to do that shit. That's me. But we need to come together on this shit. Because there are countless people in this chat and in the sector itself who have been victimized by her wrongdoing and the probable use, due to the probable use of government resources. Not only that, there's tons of videos. And the fact of the matter, if she used a phone, email, Wi-Fi, laptop, desktop computer, I don't give a damn if she was working at the time, working during business hours for the DA, she will be held accountable for that. You Negroes sitting there listening to her and patronizing that bullshit, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem because you fuel her demonic behavior. Since you want to talk about a demonic fused chat, she is the demon. But you know what? Contact this email. I'm going to give you her supervisor's number. Her supervisor's number and name, and you can file your complaint or state your complaint. And I'm pretty sure that when I have my phone call with her, I will give her a host of emails and documents. Matter of fact, I can give at least, because I think the last time I filed, when I tried to file with the law firm, I gave them at least 48, I think it was like 45 to 48 screenshots of things that would be in line with defamation or libel. Oh, I got some news for y'all ass for this morning. And to me, this news is bitter fucking sweet because I just received the keys to my fucking dollar store that I talked about opening up. I just got the keys today. I gotten some renovations done to this building, beautiful building. And I was supposed to be celebrating this shit with you all, if not today, tomorrow. Just got the keys, got things done, things taken care of, got new paint, new floors. It looks immaculate in here. And I can't celebrate that today. I have to talk about this. Now I'm gonna send the link out while I'm chilling here, man. I'm supposed to be like sipping on some champagne later on and shit, enjoying the fact that I've gotten my property together. I'm just getting ready to get stuff done. Contact the Venture DA's office. That's where she's at. See, this is the thing. How the hell I did all this shit, but I'm still functioning and still making more money than ever. And growing. But Negroes that follow something saying, oh man, hey, yes, she said she got D.Derell about to go down. No, I'm not. No such thing. When she called the Texas Justice Division for domestic violence, same thing. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm still providing domestic violence classes to offenders as we speak.
I'm not one of them Negroes that act like I would never talk to the police. Especially with a person that don't care about us as a people. She'll talk to the police. She'll be the first one to talk to the police. So she's gonna have people that are the same color as me to confront you to be like, you really gonna call the police? No, I called the detective and asked him a couple questions because I want to know her before she get in front of me. You don't ever think to contact my job because I'm gonna contact yours first. See, that's how I roll. I'm that type of person. You threaten me or fake threaten me, I'm gonna do it first so she can understand. No, I called him. I sure did. And they know that you're in California. Either way. Period, point blank. Stop playing with people. Especially a black
Okay,
man. You don't have to
okay,
come to her rescue.
okay.
Miss, she gonna stop doing what she doing. That's the end game.
Okay, I want to backtrack to what Dumpsey said about the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Well, partially, he's correct. I called them because I wanted to confirm the correct contact person, or one of the contacts that I was trying to connect with. And they wanted me to give them the complaint on the phone. I said, I don't do phone complaints. Well, just tell us, give us information, we can help you. I said, I don't trust phone complaints because they don't go anywhere. This is my experience as far as what I'm needing to convey. Is I have documentation. Oh, she was pushing. And I said to myself, okay, I'm going to tell her, but you think I'm going to leave it at that? Because I know it's not going to get anywhere. If I tell this woman on the phone about what's happening, it's not going to go anywhere. And I knew that. I told her, but I was going to file the complaint anyway in writing like I always do. And sure enough, nobody ever called me back. And I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. I was still working on the complaint anyway. I was just looking for a contact, one of the contact people. So when I filed the complaint, here you go. Here's my email. It took them a while to get back to me. At least they got back to me. I asked when I connected with the person who responded to my written complaint, she didn't even know about it. I don't trust phone complaints. Complaints that I file are in writing and I sign my name. So much for you chicken shits thinking you're getting something done with Rev G. Oh God, it's such a joke. You are a big fat joke. And cowardly. Here's the bottom line though. It's not going to make any difference whether it's someone that is or isn't associated with me or Rev G, friends and supporters. But it's going to make a difference when we file our complaints because we're the ones that have the actual evidence and actionable claims. Like I said, we have free speech, but there's something called going over the line. Everyone who knows us already knows all about these subjects and what they've done, but that does not insulate us from action if we are engaging in actionable conduct. Those subjects who just are so frustrated to the point they got to use fake names and phantom accounts. You know you've lost when you got to use a freaking phantom account and you have all these freaks commenting on it. It's so pathetic, but it shows one damn thing for sure, undeniable. We won. We always will win because we don't stoop to their level. They've already done themselves in, all this evidence against them. They've already perpetrated these crimes. They've already done themselves in. All of the actionable conduct, all their language. They know as soon as the information is sent to their employers, they're out of there. Yeah, and we're getting to that. We're getting around to that. No one's going to intimidate us. No one's going to stop us from filing what we need to file. The nerve of these fools thinking they can lie and twist things around and be incognito and get something done. Not going to happen. But subjects are free to think what they want to think and do what they want to do. Whether they're going to succeed, we know the answer to that. But it's their energy they're wasting, none of ours. And so, as you heard this other stuff that was going on, when this was happening, I had a few people get a hold of me saying, oh my God, these people are doing that. I said, yep, you can't do anything to me if something does not apply. You can't do anything to me if you're lying, because I will have my say. Dumpsey D.Derell ran around here telling any and every lie on any and everybody he so choose to tell a lie on. Not a care in the world. And how many of those subjects screaming and crying right now protested, said it was wrong? We're not looking for him to say it was wrong. I'm just throwing out the question. How many of them were telling him to shut the hell up? You're not going to tell us what we're going to say, who we're going to talk about, who we're going to file complaints on. Dumpsey files false complaints, but they got a problem with the factual complaint. That is something that If you want to try to get your head around it, be my guest. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and file a false police report and have somebody swatted, but I got every problem A to Z with someone filing a factual police report. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Just like the illegal aliens. Oh, we don't have any problems with all these illegal aliens here, but damn it, I don't want anybody from Haiti who's filing a lawful petition or claiming asylum and going about it the lawful way. Right, we know all about it. Doesn't matter what Dumpsey D.Derell says, doesn't matter what he thinks, it doesn't matter what anyone else says and thinks about any complaint that I filed, past, current, or in the future. The only thing they know how to do about these complaints is lie and cry. Either they're lying or they're crying. They're lying when they file the complaint or make the claims, either or. And then they're crying when the same is done to them, but it's factual. We get the whole goal. The whole entire goal is to try and shut us up. But were they shutting up? Did anybody stop them from talking? Did anyone stop them from filing complaints? Lying on people? Calling people registered sex offenders? Child molesters? NAMBLA members? DLs having affairs with all these other men and you're married? Did anybody stop any of those complaints? No, they didn't. And I keep repeating it. But they have every bit of problem with us, quote, not being able to keep it on YouTube. They didn't keep it on YouTube. Went and lied. Dumpsey's lying recently. Said he called the cops. Well, I called the cops too, but my reports are factual. My reports are factual. When I call the cops on Dumpsey D.Derell, his are nothing but a bunch of lies. But I sure wish the cops would come and knock on my door, because I sure as hell would like to sit down and talk to them behind complaints that he's filed. I filed my own complaints or reports with the police. Mine are factual. His are total and complete trash. Now I'm going to do a separate video on the situation involving Dumpsey's wife. So I really have to dig into that one, because there's some things, I don't know if subjects out there don't want to understand it, don't want to hear it. That's okay if they don't want to hear it, but I got to make sure I explain the law surrounding the situation with Dumpsey's wife and her child abuse conviction. Yes, she is a convicted child abuser. That's a fact. I have something I also want to go over involving Carrie Ann, busted again in one of her deleted live streams. I'm going to bring that to you. So make sure you look out for that video. Quite interesting. I shouldn't say it's a surprise, but it is very interesting to hear it coming out of Carrie Ann's mouth, because she's such a liar. It's so easy to catch her in lies. Just pull up one of her live streams. All you got to do is pull up one of her live streams that she deleted, that she thought was forever gone, and you just show it, play it, and it just does the work all by itself. Folks, I got more coming your way. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.